Do you have a microwave? Is microwave cooking safe? I personally don't think it is. I haven't owned a microwave in 16 years, maybe even a little longer. I refuse to use a microwave. I don't. When I go to people's houses, I say, please don't heat my food up in a microwave. When I go to a restaurant, I say no microwave, please. Or sometimes I'll go to a little health cafe and I say they got the microwave behind there. Yes, health food cafes I've seen with microwaves. I said, please heat it up in an oven, heat it up in a pan. I'll deal with it. You know, I'm no microwave. I got my parents to get rid of a microwave years and years ago. My parents were the worst because they were like, not the worst, but they were the hardest ones to get the microwave, to lose the microwave, because they're like, we just heat up water in it. That's all we do. I'm like, so if you just heat up water, put a pot of water on the stove, heat it up. Avoid the possible electromagnetic field that's being emitted out of the microwave. First of all, people, it's unnatural for something to heat something up inside and not create heat around. So you have to think of this thing as getting zapped in a microwave. And when microwaves first came out, they're like, "Oh, this is magical, right?" No, it's not magical. It's scary, people. It's super scary to be able to heat up one specific thing, an object, without creating any heat around it inside this unit, and not the walls and nothing getting hot. That is scary technology. There's waves, there's things that are going into that are just totally like warping it. So I've said for years, I explain this to people. You're consuming ruptured DNA. It's rupturing the DNA of that food. If you consume ruptured food, what can only happen to you? It can't be good when you have an option not to rupture the food. So I just saw an article on newstarget.com, and the title of the article is "Microwaving Food Kills 98% of Cancer-Fighting Nutrients in Broccoli, Research Shows." And I said, bingo, here's an article that supports my thoughts. Research suggests microwaving food causes a chemical reaction that destroys essential nutrients, leading some to assert that this method of heating is one of the worst ways to prepare a meal. Natural News previously reported that not only does microwaving destroy important vitamins and plant-based phytonutrients, but it molecularly deconstructs food. Rupturing the DNA is how I like to say it. The result is a meal full of empty calories, free from fiber and nutrition. I know so many people that just love to steam their broccoli in the microwave, so-called steam in the microwave. They put a lid on it, they put some water in there, or they wrap it in plastic wrap, or they put plastic in there and wrap it in plastic, or they put it in a Tupperware or some kind of plastic thing and just zap it away. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea. You have no clue what's going on in that food, and it's scary. This is a science project. This is downright frightening, and people just don't think, well, plastic has chemicals. Plastic is not. I don't try not to drink water out of plastic bottles. Here's my glass bottle in the car. I'm waiting for my son to get rid of out of baseball practice right now, and he brought a mason jar full of water, okay, on the road with us today. So even my kids know, hey, avoid the plastic when you can, and then take the plastic and put it into a microwave. Oh my gosh! Of course you wouldn't do a bottle of water in the microwave, but still, plastic can be plastic. I mean, it's made from chemicals. It's chemical compounds. It's not like glass whatsoever. Vitamins and phytonutrients are very delicate molecules that can be easily destroyed by heat, which explains why raw foods are thought to be much more nutritious. Studies show that microwaving food removes as much as 98% of the cancer-causing properties of broccoli. Of course, it gives a link there to go to that. I'll link it in the video. One of the biggest anti-cancer constituents in broccoli is the indole-3 carbinol, twice as effective as tamoxifen in studies, and it's in the broccoli. The broccoli comes with it, but all cruciferous vegetables, asparagus, cauliflower, are super, super good for all kinds of nutrition, all kinds of degenerative diseases, and they're known to be powerhouses versus cancer. Okay, so don't microwave your broccoli at all. Don't microwave any vegetables. Get rid of your microwave and totally cook your food by real means, by conventional means, on an oven. Um, and if you can get away without cooking certain things, don't cook. Now, unfortunately, broccoli is one of those things that does need to be steamed super lightly to be able to release what's in it, for you to be absorbable, to make it absorbable. Um, or at least that's what Gary Null says, the nutritionist, that you have to slightly steam just to release what's in there. Some people say, oh, I'm a raw foodist, I'm going to eat broccoli. And he says that's one of the stupidest things you could possibly do is raw cruciferous. Lightly steamed. But there's lots of other things that you can eat raw that are totally acceptable raw, and they're better raw because heating will destroy. So when you do heat things, there's no reason to overcook things. The more you cook an onion, the more you cook a mushroom, whatever you're cooking, the more you cook it, you're not doing good. The worse you're doing, the more nutrients you're destroying. If you happen to steam something, or if you happen to boil something, use a small amount of water. And I know as a chef, you're taught the opposite of this, because it's like green beans, massive amount of water, a little bit of green beans. But what happens is you're leaching all of the nutrients into larger water, or you're leaching some of the nutrients into a larger amount of water, as opposed to keeping it concentrated and hopefully getting back into the vegetable. And but so keep your vegetables al dente, keep them crispy as much as you can, a little crunch to them, lightly steam them. And now, believe it or not, steaming is actually higher heat than boiling, because boiling makes it steam. So boiling can only get to 212. Steaming will get above 212. A burn on your skin from steaming is worse than from boiling water. Trust me, steam burns are bad, especially when you look into commercial steamer. Whoa. Any chef will tell you, bad burns, because it's hotter. So if you want to cook broccoli, I would suggest a little bit of water in a pan, very tight fitting lid, super tight. The tighter the lid, the more it's going to hold the heat in, the better it's going to cook more evenly. And turn that up, get that cranking, bring it up to a boil, cut the heat down, throw the broccoli in, put the lid back on, and just kill the heat, or put the heat on super low and just let it cook. It'll carry over and cook. It'll give you just enough, just to lightly so-called steam it to release those nutrients. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely share it.